Meet the Kia EV4, the electric compact sedan/crossover that's already causing a storm online. Some say it's a bold design statement. Others, well, they think Kia might have gone a little too far, especially with that rear end. But here's the real question. Beyond the looks, how does it actually drive? Is it a new benchmark for affordable EVs, or just another experiment destined to split opinions? Today, I'm taking you on my first drive of the Kia EV4, and by the end, we'll decide if this is design perfection or a real bad move. Exterior design. Let's start with the most controversial part. The design. Up front, Kia's sticking with its opposites united philosophy, and it shows. Sharp lines, boxy stance, and those striking vertical headlights that look like they were lifted from a sci-fi sketchbook. It's confident. It's futuristic. It screams different. From the side, the EV4 rides a fine line between sedan and crossover. It's low-slung enough to look sporty, yet tall enough to give you that elevated driving position people love. But here's where things get heated: the back. Kia has gone with an angular, almost chopped-off rear design, complete with a split taillight setup that some call distinctive, and others call downright awkward. Now, personally, I think Kia deserves credit for daring to be bold. In a world of cookie-cutter EVs, at least this one sparks conversation. But would I call it universally attractive? That depends on how forgiving you are about geometry. Love it or hate it, the EV4 is designed to stand out. And considering how crowded the EV market is right now, that might just be its secret weapon. Interior and technology. Step inside, and the EV4 dials down the drama and cranks up the comfort. The cabin feels modern yet minimal, with Kia borrowing a lot from its bigger sibling. The EV6.2 12.3-inch displays stretch across the dash, seamlessly integrated for a premium look. Kia's latest infotainment software is fast, crisp, and, thankfully, still supported by physical buttons for climate controls. No endless touchscreen tapping while driving. Material quality is surprisingly upscale. Soft-touch plastics, eco-friendly fabrics, and clever storage solutions make it feel like more than just an entry-level EV. In the back, space is decent for a compact sedan. 2 adults will be fine on a long trip, though taller passengers might wish for a bit more headroom thanks to the sloping roofline. Practical touches include a flat floor, USB-C ports in the seatbacks, and a surprisingly deep trunk, despite the quirky rear design. Kia has nailed the interior formula here, futuristic but functional. It's not trying to reinvent the wheel, it's just making it smoother to turn. Driving impressions, performance, and handling. Now for the most important part: what's it like to drive? On paper, the EV4 comes with a single-motor rear-wheel drive setup to start, producing around 215 horsepower. That's enough to get you from 0 to 60 in about 7.5 seconds. Not mind-blowing, but quick enough for city commutes and highway merges. The instant torque you expect from an EV is here. Push the pedal, and it responds with smooth, linear acceleration. Handling is surprisingly sharp for something that looks like a tall sedan. The steering is light at low speeds but firms up nicely on the highway. Cornering feels stable, thanks to Kia's well-balanced chassis and low-mounted battery-packed AS for ride comfort. It's on the firmer side, especially with the larger 19-inch wheels, but it never gets harsh. Kia's clearly aiming for a blend of sporty and comfortable, and I'd say they've landed pretty close to the sweet spot. Noise isolation is impressive too. At highway speeds, you get a little wind noise around the mirrors, but road noise is minimal. Honestly, it feels more refined than some rivals that cost way more. Range, charging, and efficiency. The EV4 is built on Kia's eGMP platform, which means it gets 800-volt architecture. Translation: super fast charging. With a DC fast charger, you can go from 10 to 80% in under 20 minutes. Range depends on spec. Kia's targeting between 270 and 300 miles on a full charge, depending on wheel size and trim. That puts it right up against competitors like the Tesla Model 3 and Hyundai Ioniq 6. Efficiency is another strong point. On my drive, I averaged around 4 miles per kilowatt-hour, which is excellent for this segment. For most people, range anxiety won't be an issue here. And the fact that it can juice up so quickly means long road trips are absolutely doable. Safety and driver assistance. Kia doesn't hold back on safety tech. The EV4 comes with a full suite of driver assistance features: adaptive cruise, lane centering, blind spot cameras, and even highway driving assist. Parking is made easy with a 360-degree camera system and remote smart parking, so you can literally move the car forward or backward from your key fob. It's like having a valet in your pocket. Rivals and market position. So, where does the Kia EV4 fit in the bigger picture? Let's start with the obvious rival, the Tesla Model 3. The Tesla has long been the benchmark for compact EV sedans, but the EV4 brings something different to the table. While the Model 3 goes all in on minimalism with a single screen and almost no physical controls, the Kia feels more user-friendly. You still get sleek, modern tech, but with real buttons for climate and shortcuts that make daily driving less of a digital scavenger hunt. And unlike Tesla's sometimes clinical interior vibe, the Kia adds warmth and personality. Next, the Hyundai Ioniq 6. If the Hyundai is all about smooth, aerodynamic curves, like a polished pebble, the Kia is more angular and daring, like a sculpted crystal. Both share the same eGMP platform, similar range figures, and ultra-fast charging speeds. On paper, they're equals. But in terms of design, they couldn't be more different. It really comes down to which aesthetic speaks to you: the futuristic elegance of the Ioniq 6, or the bold, geometric presence of the EV4. Then there's the BYD Seal, a rising star in many markets thanks to its incredible value-for-money proposition. But while BYD undercuts almost everyone on price, Kia still has an edge in global brand recognition, dealership networks, and after-sales service, factors that matter when you're committing to a brand new EV. And finally, the Volkswagen ID.7. Bigger, more traditional, and arguably safer in its styling, it's the sensible choice. But the EV4 is the more adventurous pick, less restrained, more eye-catching, and far more likely to turn heads. In short, the Kia EV4 is Kia's shot at shaking up the compact EV sedan space. And with its mix of bold styling, strong specs, and competitive pricing, it has exactly what it takes to do it. Price and value. Pricing hasn't been officially confirmed yet, but all indications suggest Kia is aiming for an entry point somewhere in the $35,000 to $38,000 range. That would make the EV4 one of the more attainable fully electric sedans in today's market, undercutting some premium rivals while still delivering impressive technology and range. For buyers who want to step into EV ownership without stretching into luxury-level pricing, that's a very attractive starting point. Higher trims are expected to climb closer to $45,000, depending on options like larger wheels, upgraded sound systems, and additional driver assist features. Even at that price, the EV4 still stacks up well against competitors like the Tesla Model 3, Hyundai Ioniq 6, and Volkswagen ID.7, all of which can get significantly pricier once you start adding extras. Then there's Kia's industry-leading warranty, which remains one of the best safety nets in the business. Combine that with a generous list of standard equipment, dual 12.3-inch displays, advanced safety systems, fast charging capability, and a well-finished interior, and the EV4 starts to look like a genuinely strong value proposition. For many buyers, cost of ownership is just as important as purchase price, and Kia's EVs have proven to be efficient, reliable, and inexpensive to maintain compared to gas-powered alternatives. With the EV4, Kia is positioning itself not just as a design leader, but also as a brand that knows how to balance affordability with innovation. In short, the EV4 looks set to be a smart buy for the money-conscious EV shopper who doesn't want to compromise on features or personality. Final verdict. So, after my first drive, what's the verdict? The Kia EV4 isn't perfect. The rear design is going to split opinions, and it won't win every drag race, but what it does offer is a balanced package of style, technology, efficiency, and practicality, all wrapped in a body that refuses to blend into the background. Kia could have played it safe, but instead they took a risk. And honestly, I think it paid off. If you want an EV that's fun to drive, easy to live with, and just bold enough to start conversations at the charging station, the Kia EV4 might be the one. So, what do you think? Is the Kia EV4 a design masterpiece, or a real bad move? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more first drives and reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.